Hey everybody, what's going on? Oh my goodness. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I love it. Thank you so much. So I'm doing this quick little live stream because I'm going to be talking about some stuff over the next coming weeks. We're going to talk about the question, are you happy? Right? Are you happy? And I mean this. It's not like, oh, hey, how you doing? We meet someone going down the street or we see someone and we say, hey, how are things going? Right? But we don't really dive into the fact, are they really happy, right? And I think sometimes we feel compelled to be like, oh, fine. Like you hear that a lot. People say, oh, I'm fine or I'm good. But you know there's no smile up here. Like the smile's here, but it's not here. Or they're just saying that because they don't want to really share what's going on. Like in our culture, we don't feel like if somebody says, are you happy? How are you doing? That we can really say what's going on. Like people are either nervous to say, actually, no. I'm in like a shit show right now. I am feeling horrible. Things suck. And people don't want to say that. They don't want to burden anyone. They don't want to share. They feel like maybe they'll be judged if they actually say that they're not doing well, or they're just embarrassed or just feel really, not comfortable with where they're at, right? Or they're just trying to put on a certain mask or a certain persona or a certain thing in front of other people to seem like they're okay on the outside, but on the inside, their soul is screaming. They are not happy. They don't even remember the last time they really felt joy or really laughed their ass off or, really had a good time. They don't even know what fires them up anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you met anyone like this? Are you feeling like this? Do you remember a time like this, right? And so that's a big question that I have for all of you. I want to ask and I want true and honest answers. You don't have to say it on here right now. I'm not putting anyone on the spot, but you all know, many of you talk to me in private messages, there's no judgment, there's no nothing, right? I seriously want to know. I'm not just asking you to make small talk. I want to know if you are happy. I want to know if you feel happiness on a regular basis. Let's face it, right? We're going to get angry. We're going to get sad. We're going to get frustrated. We're going to have anxiety. We're going to feel certain ways, disappointment. It's all part of being human. And I want you to honor your humanness. It's not like you have to deny any negative feelings or negative emotions, or you have to, pretend they don't exist. That's not what I'm asking. That's not what I hope for everyone. That's not what we're going for here. But what we are going for is this underlying sense that everything's going to be okay. Even when you're in the middle of some crap, or you feel really good. Sometimes even when we feel happy, we're afraid to be happy because we've been raised in our culture and programmed to think you can't be too happy because you know what? Then the other shoe's gonna drop. Or if you're too happy, I remember hearing this growing up from like older relatives and things. Like if you're too happy, something bad's gotta happen to bring you down. Like you can't sustain any level of happiness because then something is gonna happen. And it's not true. What I realized as an adult, and I'm talking an older adult, it took me a long time to unravel a lot of that programming, okay? And I'm someone who came from childhood trauma. I came from many instances, many abusive situations in my lifetime. So I had a lot of self-esteem go right in the toilet. I had self-worth in the toilet, right? Which is really where all of this sits at the end of the day, right? When we don't know how to feel happy, we don't know how to feel comfortable in our own skin, we don't know how to chill out and relax. I mean, how many of us are out there dealing with autoimmune disorders and all sorts of different things, chronic illness and chronic pain, because we've been in this fight or flight mode of not feeling good enough or being criticized or not being able to speak our truth for most of our lives. So I'm going to pick this apart. When I come on live, I am going to do a mixture of angel card readings. I'm still going to do my readings, but I want to dive in and I want to dig into as many people as I can and really ask the question, are you happy? Are you happy? Do you feel like even when you're going through stuff, there's an underlying sense of faith and trust that everything's going to work out okay? There's an underlying sense that you have control over your life. There are many different ways for you to feel that happiness. And I have 5 ways that I can think of right now that I'm teaching in my Soul Warriors group, okay, about how little things that you can do each day to be happy, each thing to program yourself for calm, for happiness, for centeredness, for groundedness. And I also want to know, how is your self-worth? Underneath all of this, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what even makes you happy anymore, if you can't even remember, I want to know then. Let's dig it up. I want to know how do you feel inside? Do you feel like Do you feel worthy? Do you feel comfortable in your own skin? Do you feel like you deserve to be happy? Because I believe that you do. I believe in you. I believe that you deserve to be happy. And I believe that every single human being on this planet deserves to be happy. And I'm on a serious mission. You see my hashtag in my cover photo, it says hashtag Project Gold. That's something, a little secret mission that I'm on that's known only to me, because I'm going to start going hardcore into getting people to reprogram their brains and getting people to really understand what happiness is and understand that it is defined only by you, and yet you have absolute control over whether or not you feel it on a daily basis. And I know sometimes that's so hard to see and it's so hard to believe, and we don't want to admit it to ourselves, but it's absolutely true. I'm living proof of this. I've walked through hell. I've walked through hell and back, and I know there are people who have gone through worse than me, way worse than me, and I just, it's my mission now to pay it forward as much as I can, right? As much as I can. So when I say, right, there's personal coaching available to you for under $100 a month, maybe even so low, maybe even under $50 a month, okay? That is unheard of in the coaching industry. My coach probably just fainted hearing me say this right now. She's probably gonna message me and say I'm a nut, but this is the true thing, because I refuse to let price be an obstacle or money be an obstacle for anyone. I hear of so many people who allow money to be an obstacle from investing in themselves and investing in their happiness, investing in their vision, and investing in their future, right? Sometimes it's legit. People don't have it in their budget, and the coaching industry can charge a lot of money at times. And people might be looking at me in the coaching industry and going, Jen, obviously you don't know your worth. You should be charging more than that. You're worth more than that. I know my worth, baby. I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't know, I can look you in the eye, I can look myself in the eye and say this right now, stronger than I've ever been able to say it in my entire life, that I know what I'm worth. And I know that I'm worthy. And I know I could charge a hell of a lot more and be worth it and get people results and be okay with it. But that's not what I'm doing right now. Project Gold is a mission for me to bring this work to people at any economic level. That shouldn't be reserved for certain people who can just afford $1,000 plus a month. It shouldn't be special, okay? It shouldn't be just reserved for that. But by the way, I'm also invested in your financial freedom, but that's a whole other live stream, because I feel like that's part of the whole package. We need people with good hearts who have good intentions to raise the financial vibe on this planet and make some shit happen, but that's a whole other thing. But I invested in doing this now. I don't want anything to be an obstacle, right? Especially money's only energy. It doesn't define you, and it shouldn't limit you. So I want you to know that this is what I'm doing now, is I am doing coaching, right, for people, and it's going to be less than $100 a month, I guarantee you. Could even be less than 50 at times. It's gonna be ridiculously low, and you will not hear of it anywhere else in the world, I guarantee you right now. Or maybe there are some, I shouldn't say that. There could be some who do this out there, but very rare. And I know many of my colleagues in the profession are like, what, are you crazy? No, I am not crazy. Well, I am crazy. I'm crazy about transforming this freaking planet. And I mean this shit. Like, this is no joke. I get concerned about some of the directions that the world is going in. I get concerned about my brothers and sisters out there who are suffering every single freaking day. And a lot of the times the suffering is here. Suffering is here and here. Even though it seems like it's external circumstances, it's a lot of times we have the power to make a change, and it starts with a decision to change it now. And that's all you need to do. And if you make that decision, I promise you, I will help you to figure out what to do next, to come up with a strategy to help you to make all the transformation you need to make, right? Co-creating, you and me, and the universe, and the divine's got your back. So if you are interested, when I say this, when I'm not just joking, I'm making a post, oh, cheap coaching, like, $100, under $100 a month. I mean, I am serious. I am serious about making transformation. I will let nothing stand in your way. So message me, comment below, talk to me. This is completely serious. And I want to see more people transform in the year 2018 and 2019 than ever has in the last decade. I want to see all the people, all of humanity start to take over this planet and raise the vibe, because it desperately, desperately needs it. I want to see everybody bring out the light worker in themselves. This isn't some woo-woo shit. This is true, honest to God, this is what we were created for, and we just got lost on the path, but you can easily find your way back, no matter what your life looks like right now, I promise you. All right, with that, I'm gonna go and serve these kids some lunch because they want lunch, and then we have cheer practice and all this kind of stuff. That's what I'm doing for my birthday, so being the mom. So I love you guys. Thank you all for the happy birthday wishes. I so appreciate it. If you wanna know what Project Gold is all about, then you can comment below, hashtag Project Gold. You can message me privately. You can just comment with an emoji or I'm in, or I want to know what the hell is going on, because I promise you this is going to be something different than you've ever seen before, and it'll be well worth it. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Blessings.